And we're back. Hot Toys dropped another banger while I was trying to get some sleep. They just can't resist themselves, guys. Now, yesterday they had this little teaser photo of a Venom, and I told you guys I was going to hold out and see what the hell they actually did because I didn't want to make 12 videos on the same damn figure. I didn't have to wait very long, thankfully. That was good. And patience pays off. Here we go. We've got an actual something to talk about. We have a large, very large Venom from the Spider-Man 2 game, which I will absolutely be playing. The first version, the first Spider-Man game was amazing. Then we had the Miles Morales game. That was amazing. This promises to be amazing as well. And Venom being in it, and Venom with the symbiote symbol on the chest looks flipping amazing. And the one thing about this guy is he is ginormous. Absolutely massive. So let's go ahead and get into this. We've got some photos that we're going to have plenty of photos, thankfully. Now, just as a side note, it does look like they're actually releasing the Miles Morales from this game, this set. It's not all that exciting. I must be honest with you. If you got the previous Miles, any of the 4 or 5 versions of Miles before, I'm not terribly happy for it, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. But on this particular one, we get new head sculpts, we get new tongues, magnets, of course. The previous ones were also magnet, and these are gonna be magnetic, and they're styled well. It's a tongue, but look at those freaking teeth here. Look at these teeth, man. Oh man. Now the previous Venom we got was a really good figure. The way they did the skin and the gloss and the texture and it was a really good figure, and it looks like they employed the same technology with this one, which is cool. But here it is. Now we're gonna have I predict a lot of previous versions of Venoms going up for sale, and I also predict whichever retailers may have that figure, it's gonna get heavily discounted in lieu of this one. But don't put yours up for sale just yet. Wait till you see the price on this guy. But here we go. I'm going to kind of zoom in here. Let me do that. I want to zoom in here. You still got the exposed joint sections going on here with this guy. The hip joints, which is a little less egregious than the previous version, if I remember correctly. Mine is currently packed up because I don't have anywhere to display them just yet. But let's just take a look, if we can, at the symbiote symbol on the chest. Obviously, the previous version, you had people out there customizing theirs and painting them, and I never really thought they looked all that great. They just kind of, I don't know. I never saw one that was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I think I want to do that. I understand why they did it. I just didn't like the execution of them for my own personal collection. This one, on the other hand, I think looks pretty stinking good. I like that it's not solid white. Like there's cracks and creases and shading and speckles and all kinds of different things going on. Like it's not just a solid white, like an animated version of this might be. So I'm a huge fan of that. And this right here, this one thing is going to cause a lot of people to pick this up versus the previous version. So if you happen to have been on the fence with the previous version, probably going to end up with this one, except for one more issue, which we'll have to dive into towards the end of the video. But the head sculpt looks amazing. You get 2 different ones. I personally like this one. I know this one that's more wide open or whatever, but I kind of like this grinning one. We'll call it grinning. I don't know that I'll use the tongue with it. The tongue things are cool, but yeah, I don't know. Well, not with this head sculpt. I think this one looks good without the giant tongue coming out. But that's just my personal opinion. This one right here looks flipping amazing. If you saw this on the street, you would be afraid. You would be running away. You would be looking for a giant bell so you can make a lot of loud noises. If you had been reading the comics or watched any shows at all, you would know what to do, how to defeat Venom. But this guy looks, just beautiful. I will tell you, the background's a little distracting. I like it, the teal and the purple and the pink and the blue. It's okay, but it's a little distracting for this guy. But look at how the lights and the colors are bouncing off of this particular this figure. It's crazy. The symbiote attachments on the back, which we saw previously anyways, but it's just a updated version. It's a much better Venom. I always felt like the previous Venom, the head on it was a little undersized, but again, it was in the film, and it wasn't was it comic accurate, which is fine, or not even video game accurate because it wasn't in a game. But look at these claws, and then we're going to get into some scale. He is huge. Absolutely massive. There's the new Miles, for those wondering. I won't be getting that one. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't know. Who knows? I haven't made up my mind yet. But he's going to have these attachments to go around the wrists or the forearms for the symbiote. And then he's got these plugs in the back for the symbiotes as well. And yeah, they look pretty cool. It's going to be freaking massive, man. I don't know. All right, what do you guys think? Is this thing too damn big? I haven't gotten into the size yet. It looks amazing. Can't wait. And I guess I'm more hyped, to play the actual video game. Maybe. I don't know. But I definitely am. But here we go. I like this Spidey. This is that the Spidey with the arms and whatnot. I guess that was the limited edition one. It's not the one I'm particularly interested in. I'm definitely interested in the symbiote version of him, which I don't think they have in any of the photos. But look how large this guy is versus these two spider peoples. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I don't know. I love everything about this. Some of you may not like the price. That might be a thing. I don't know. But I'm liking it. Specially designed symbiote tendrils. Love it. Love it. Love it. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about without the tongue. I like this head sculpt without the tongue. I think it looks pretty freaking good. So I want to get into a couple things. You get two styles of highly detailed head sculpts. I like both. I think they're both fantastic. And if it's I like the previous version, they were magnetic, so it should be really easy to change out. And I hope they stick with that because it worked. And then you have to worry about like damaging the skin material, I guess, if you want, and having to, they work. Let's just stick with the magnets. But here we go. This may get some people, okay? So 53 centimeters for those over here in the States is about 21 inches, a little short of 21 inches. I mean, that's freaking huge, guys. That's huge. It's big, which means you're going to have to figure out where the hell you're going to put it. Is it going to fit in your detail? Well, not unless you manipulate the shelves and adjust heights. Is it going to fit in whatever other shelf you already have? You got plenty of time to plan for that, but it's freaking huge. Not only that, but balancing this guy is probably going to have ratcheted knees and whatnot because it's going to need it. So hopefully they'll think about that. But I never really had a problem with the previous version falling over, but he wasn't 21 inches freaking tall. So I don't know. But it looks amazing. And there's promo photos of the video game that show like how large he is versus the other two. It works. It works. So, some people may not want that, but with a larger body comes a larger price. And so we'll get to that in just a second. But this is everything you're going to get. I'm excited about it. If you want to get one of these, check out Pop Collectibles. They'll have them for pre-order. I can guarantee you, as large as this is, shipping's going to suck. So just throwing that out there. Depending on where you get your things, shipping on this one's probably going to be large, probably going to be a big box. It's going to be heavy, which increases the shipping weight, and it's going to be a thing. 21 inches tall for the figure, so the box has got to be 23, 24 inches tall, somewhere in there, somewhere in that ballpark, probably maybe 23 inches tall, and it's going to be heavy. That being said, Hot Toys Secret Base Facebook page has this up for pre-order for those that are there, and the conversion from Hong Kong dollars to US dollars is $375. That's before import pricing changes and tax and all that kind of stuff. You're looking for 440-ish, 450-ish, somewhere for this. I'd say by the time you actually get it to your door, you're pushing 475, maybe 5, depending on how high certain distributors like to mark these things up. It's going to be a pricey piece, okay? However, I think it's cool. Now, the question is going to be on the table is, I've already heard people saying it or seen it in the Facebook groups or whatever. I would just wait until this thing hits the bargain bin. Guys, I don't think this is going to hit the bargain bin. I think they've learned their lesson and they're making fewer of these things. And if you want it, get it. And if you don't, but don't bitch about it later. That's my thought on this thing. I just don't see it. The days of the overproduction, I think it's going to be a while. I think that overproduction will come back, but it's going to be a little while. So we'll see. We got time. I don't know what's actually going to happen with that. It's just me speculating on my thoughts on this, but I've seen it before. People wait and then they miss out, and then they go, "Oh, if they're in search of for a good price and blah blah blah, all that crap." I think this is stupid cool. I can't wait to play the game. The mechanics in the previous games have been amazing. I can't wait to see the storyline on this one. I'm super excited about it. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Are you going to be picking this up? If you want to pre-order one, check out Pop Collectibles whenever they get it on their site. And if you don't, that's okay too. Hope you guys have a good one. And as always, collect what you like. See you next time.